One of the characteristic features of the emerging civilization is social stratification or social classes. This trait represents the emergence and division of social categories according to wealth, profession, or birth group criteria. Groups formed in the society that worked and performed new essential functions. Professional warriors were now protecting the population from the raids of neighboring tribes. Literate people who appeared to account for food supplies are generally called scribes. Religious cults of worship of the gods were in the hands of numerous priests. The activities of society have become much more complex than before. Proximity to the head of government gave a person a high social status. Specialists such as tanners, metallurgists, or merchants surpassed ordinary farmers in rank. However, the people engaged in the mentioned cases were either from the lower classes or outcasts. However, the merchants had the opportunity to acquire a higher rank. The possession of wealth and remarkable influence that could gain became a prerequisite for improving the social position, as can be seen now. It is fair to ask how archaeologists know about the existence of different social groups in ancient civilizations. Laws, other written documents, and various archaeological features can indicate social stratification. The different sizes and locations of the dwelling complement the overall picture of the social stratification of people of ancient civilizations. The difference in funeral customs, where each class or group of people has its characteristics, indicates the isolation of people. The burials discovered at ancient Neolithic sites consist of ordinary pits dug in the ground. Such graves had few funeral accessories, various utensils, personal belongings that added symbolism. The discovered burials differ well in size, method of burying, and different finds inside. This fact indicates a significant social difference between the people of the ancient civilization. Graves of people with high status abound with many precious artifacts. The remains of their servants, who were explicitly killed to serve in the afterlife, were next to the masters. This type of burial was characteristic of ancient Egypt, one of the flourishing civilizations of that time. The discovered skeletons give archaeologists a more detailed description of people and some new data on social stratification. The remains are used to determine the age at the time of death, stress from nutrition in childhood, and the presence of diseases. In the era of stratification of the society of ancient civilizations, the dominant groups lived longer, ate better, and had a more accessible life. The lower classes lived much worse and had a rather complex short life. This way of life continues to persist in the modern world, especially in third world countries, where social stratification is quite strong. Social stratification, which was considered the norm in ancient civilization, is now one of the modern world's problems. Social stratification covers people and entire states located on the same continent. The truth is that people are biologically the same, some physiological features may also be the same. The division into poor and rich, which existed in ancient Egypt, also lives in today's developed countries. Social still affects the number and severity of diseases that people suffer. Poor people are more likely to become infected with tuberculosis and less likely to be able to afford medicines. It is essential to know this fact and study facts from the past to prevent the aggravation of social stratification. You can find this and many other essay samples on our website studycorgi.com.